So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome.
Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Landry now on the return.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. They go play action. Winston. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
First down, Winston. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw is Winston. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now Winston. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Working out of the gun, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To throw, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
We ought to just keep this line on a loop because we say it so often. 1st down, Tyler Boyd. He's thrived in a high-volume role for the Cincinnati Bengals, averaging almost 80 catches and 950 yards a season over the last 4.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 27, Burrow. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
That was the safety, Marcus May, who got the sack there.
Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
Following the interception, Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Play fake. Winston. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
A second down throw for Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And now Burrow not enamored with the formation. Instead, he'll signal for a timeout.
So as they take it over, we step aside. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now they go play action now. Burrow.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football.